dry little places right there. Ooh, I need to bleach my teeth. Hi, welcome to Am I Still John? You know, I could take out a whole tube of chapstick in like 3 days. Look at this. Welcome back. I hope you had a great holiday. I know my Christmas was very jam-packed, full of travel and family and friends, and it was really nice. So I really hope that you all had a really good holiday. I hope everybody's safe and sound back home, at work, doing whatever it is that you do. You know, in the pleasure dungeon, whether you're sub or dom or top, bottom, all that good stuff, or whether you're black or white, just like Michael Jackson said. I hope everything worked out for you. I'm here in my apartment, as you can see. There's Durga, there's Kevin, and here's my couch. And here's a really nice blanket that we got from Costco. Oh my god, it's so soft. Now I'd like to tell you about a blanket from Costco. Costco blankets. It's faux fur. Actually, I don't even know if it's faux fur. I don't know what the hell this is. Would you call this fleece? I think it's fleece. It has a nice kind of like a Japanese-esque type of pattern on it, and it's only less than $15. I know, less than $15 at that Chinese-owned company. Did I just turn you off to it now? Chinese-owned. So, just so you know. But, I buy American when I can, just saying. But I love a good Costco visit, apparently, because I just went there. I think it's like the second time I've ever been to a Costco, and it was like, I got some really great pants. We had some hot dogs out front, and it was just a nice, good old time. But that hot dog, though, gave me heartburn for like 10 hours. I gotta tell you, some acid reflux was kicking all up in there. Whew. Okay, so now that we're back, I'm gonna just kind of, bring you up to date of what's going on. I am still out in Ontario. I am working at the same spot, I think, that I mentioned last time. But I am engaged. You guys. I'm going to show pictures of the rings and stuff like that. I don't have mine right now because it's being engraved. I'm so happy and excited. On New Year's Eve, I popped the question to Chad in the mountains, in which we had our first date. So I brought it back full circle. And it seemed like it wasn't going to happen. I worked really hard to get him up there, but he had no idea what was going on. And so I'm just like trying to coax him to recreate our first date. And we had sushi in the mountains and on our first date. So I'm trying to do that again. And he literally settled for like some freezer. They're called flautas, which are kind of like a glorified taquito. But these look like taquitos to me, although it says flautas on it. But so that's all he wanted, and he wasn't going for sushi, and he wasn't going for anything that I suggested. He wanted these certain things, and he's like, "Why are you stressed out?" And I'm like, "I'm stressed because I'm trying to recreate a first date so I can propose to you, you dumbass. Like, what the hell?" But it worked out. So we went up there after he ate his taquitos that they call flautas, and it was meshing very well. We started talking, and I just felt it in the moment, and so I proposed, and I got him to film it without him knowing that I was gonna actually propose. We were just making stories up for our Instagram, and it was just pretty awesome. And so we're engaged now, looking for a wedding next year in 2023. As you know, weddings can be expensive. And the weather plays a factor too, especially in California, where it can be either too hot or happen to be one of those few times that it actually does rain. Although they do say rain is good luck for a wedding, I happen to believe it's not always the case, because some people get some rain and then they get some divorces, you know what I mean? And that's okay. That is okay if that's what they so choose, and power to them. Being engaged, it feels like it's not a surprise to me, because like in our relationship we just blended so well, and we've known each other. Well, we've met each other over 20 years ago. We were friends, but we didn't hang out as much as I would have liked to. And he was in a relationship, and we're both young and immature and stuff like that. And of course I went on my journey, and as well documented throughout this whole show and channel, is that I went to prison and I worked my way out, and the build to come out is still, ongoing. Uh, I look at the difference now. If you look at my first video, I'm living in a transitional house on parole, trying to get a job. Um, couldn't get a job for the life of me. It was very difficult, very uncertain, and it was scary. And if it wasn't for my family, it would have been extremely, extremely harder than it already was. And so I am very grateful for that. And look at how far I've come. Look at how far we've come. Uh, and just getting this going. It's been over a year now that I've been making these videos. I make them more so for myself now than for anything. Some of them only get like less than 20 views. Some of them are over 100. And the first one, of course, is over 200. And so I'm not really quite certain what it is that I expect in posting them to YouTube. I think that I just kind of want to make people laugh. I want to make people think. I want to just share my life with you in what I can share. Of course, I don't share everything. And who really does, right? And the people who do, I think that there's something... I won't pass judgment. But I think that the people who overshare and just share everything have boundary issues. Okay, I just passed judgment. That was just like way judgment, like scales. Judgment. But okay, so judgment is always seen as something like wrong, like, oh, you're so judgmental, like, I can't believe it, like, blah 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 blah. Well, okay, well, everybody's judgmental. That's how we make decisions. That's how we make choices. We make judgments. We pass judgment. Is this person good for me to have around? Do I really want to go out at night? The judgment is that, okay, this person's toxic. This person has boundary issues. If I go out tonight, I have to work tomorrow. These are all judgments that we're making, and we pass judgment every day. The only thing is what is your judgments based upon that is either the problem or the good thing, because we have to make healthy choices in our life. And choices are based upon our judgments. There it is. There. It's okay. It's okay if you're judgmental, because you are judgmental, and we all are. It just depends on where that's coming from and how you speak it into the world. And I'm going off on all kinds of stuff right now. But yeah, so I'm engaged. The Chad and I are engaged. And it's we're living together, are cohabiting, as like the kids in like the early 2000s would say. But we're living together, and it's nice. I'm looking around here. I can touch the walls and my couch and the things that were gifted to us, especially from his aunt and uncle and his mom, and my parents. They really looked out for us and helped make this look like a home. And gosh, I'm so grateful for all those people. It's been great. I'm working. I work 5 days a week, 12-hour shifts, but it's okay. I'm trying to keep up my art projects, and this is one of them. In my spare time, I will be working on a new project with the kids from USC. As you can see through my channel, I'm not sure exactly what episode it is, but it's called I Am Still John. And it is a video work with poetry and images of me that we created together to kind of tell a bit about my story. In this one coming up, it's going to be a continuation of said story in the past year since we actually made that other video. And so I'm very grateful to have that opportunity. As you may expect, USC is a college in as you may expect, that's so stupid. As you know, USC is a college right here, really close to downtown Los Angeles. It actually borders the downtown barrier, so to say. And they have no affiliation with this channel. I just know them from my transitional housing time when I was coming out of prison, before I even started this YouTube series. And so I'm very grateful to them to allow me to do that on the side, and I'll see if I can get permission to, again, post that again on the channel. I'm waiting for Chad as he is at work. Today is Friday, which is my Saturday. I have some of my mom's menudo that I froze from the holidays, and I'm thawing it out right now. I'm not going to eat that for lunch. I'm going to go do my taxes in just like another hour or so. I'm going to head down to Pomona and get it done. And it's like all these adulting and all these things that you may or may not have taken for granted, that you may or may not have stressed on or been appreciative for. It's all things that I'm taking the time now to really just absorb and be thankful for, because a very short time ago I was in a cell wondering what all this would be like. And before I went to prison, I went to prison when I was 25. I'm 40 now. I wasn't the best adult. You know, I was a mess, and I was an addict, an active addict who was not exactly the most responsible person, who didn't have to deal with a lot of the things that I'm dealing with now. The last time I did my taxes, I just took it over to H&R Block and said, here, you do it. Now I'm going not to H&R Block, but to a tax guy, and really I have like a lot of questions, and I want to know, you know, I want to know how this stuff works, how being an actual upright citizen works, even though I slouch, which I'm slouching right now. Yeah, there. And I feel like I'm pushing my boobs out when I you know, sit regular with like good posture. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like Chrissy Teigen. You know. And so I'm gonna keep this short. That's it for now. I got engaged New Year's Eve. Looking for the wedding next year. In my apartment with nice things, as I could see behind me and around me that you can't see, that I'll keep private. And working. The struggle is real, you guys. Just remember that you are loved, you are awesome, you are unique. Nobody else exists like you. Nobody ever has, and nobody ever will after you are gone. Please remember that. It's not just a saying, it's not just a catchphrase, it's not just how I end my shows sometimes or most times. It's real, and it's true, and you make a difference to somebody. You may not even know it, but you do. And even a total stranger, you can, you know, make a difference or save their life with just a hello and how are you. So remember that. Remember your power and use it for good. All right? See you next time. Thanks for watching. Am I Still John? Day one, when I didn't have anything except for like my name and my word and a promise. And that he means so much to me. And that, Chad, it would mean so much to me if you would marry me.
Oh my god, are you serious? Shut up.
Will you do me the honor of being my husband? I love you.